Today's video, we're going to be talking about the 3-beat roll-offs and how important they are to the entire band and the music. As we just saw, the pipe major was setting the tempo by clicking his fingers, tapping his foot, and looking at the rest of the drum section, including the bass drummer. They're communicating back and forth that tempo. We saw the pipe major set the tempo, and then we saw the bass drum confirm that he had the tempo. At that point, when they're in sync, the pipe major turns around and says, "By the right, quick march," at the tempo that he set. The drum section then does the 3-beat roll-offs. Boom, 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 rest. Boom, 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 rest. How important is the 3-beat roll-off? And let's just kind of break that down. Those 3 beats, they're setting the tempo for the rest of the band. So that whole band is listening. And if we don't get those right, boom, 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 something like that, everybody else off. Suddenly, what tempo are we playing? What's going on? And everybody's confused. And likewise with the snares at the back of the band, they're important too. They are also at that same point. The lead snare is communicating with the bass drummer, with the pipe major, and they're all communicating that tempo when the pipe major is setting it. So it's important that we get this right. Setting the tempo at the wrong speed suddenly makes slow airs a strass bay, or a 2/4 could be played totally wrong at the wrong tempo, and we'd be playing it kind of like a slow air, and that's not good. Okay, so setting those tempos right is crucial, and that's where the communication with the pipe major and the drum section come in. As we saw in the video, the pipe major takes his time, makes sure that he has the attention of the bass drummer and the lead snare. And the bass drummer and the lead snare will then communicate back to the pipe major that they have that tempo. And that tempo is set months and months back when the pipe major is writing the tunes with the lead snare. They find a comfortable tempo that the music sounds easy to listen to, that everybody's comfortable playing at, and that is then written down on the music. And a lot of the time you'll see the pipe majors, they will have a metronome in their pocket, and they will set it to that predetermined beats per minute, and they will listen to it. Once they've got it in their head, they put it in their pocket and begin to communicate that to the rest of the band. At that time, when the 3-beat roll-offs happen, you got the bass drum hitting the drum on the 3 beats. You have the snare drummers doing their 3-pace roll-offs. And while that's happening, the bagpipers are filling their pipes with air. And if you've been around a lot of bagpipers, you know they're not always quiet. Those geese can happen. So that's our time to cover up their squawks, their bags filling with air, little notes and creases of the bagpipe as it inflates. We're covering up those little subtle noises that can happen, because bagpipes are finicky little beasts. So it's important that we are not only setting the tempo, but covering the little erroneous noises that can happen. The tenor drummers are also a vital part of this. If you look at when we're playing the 3-beat roll-offs, they're also playing too. They're playing and flourishing, and they are a visual distraction as well. because suddenly there's sticks in the air spinning around. They're hitting their drum too on the beat, and suddenly it's a wall of noise coming at you from nothing. If you have a crowd of people that are talking, suddenly this massive noise grabs their attention and forces them to look and listen towards the band. That 3/pace roll-off does so much. So practice communicating with your pipe major. Get used to his subtleties in how he's communicating that beat to you. It could be a click of the fingers. It could just be his hand moving. He could be nodding to you. A lot of them will tap their foot up and down. Even at the knee and the hip, you'll see that movement. Watch for his cues. And while we're playing, you'll see the pipe major start tapping his foot a little different to how you're playing. They're communicating that tempo again. I want it sped up, or slow it down. The bass drum and the pipe major do a lot of visual communication. It's very subtle, but watch for it. A good bass drummer always keeps his eye on the pipe major for those cues. I hope this has helped a lot of people. Thank you all for continuing to watch my videos. I see a lot of you have watched them, but you haven't subscribed. Please, now is the time. It's just down here. Click that subscribe button. Like this video, and I hope to see you all next time.